So let me get this straight. You're telling me I can't join the Avengers?
Kid, you've got a better chance of bringing Uncle Ben back to life than joining this team.
Wow, going for the dead relative joke? That's low. Even for a guy who needs a nightlight to stay alive.
At least my nightlight powers the suit that can actually fly. What's your superpower again? Sticking to walls and making bad decisions?
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you over the sound of your daddy issues clinking around in that tin can suit.
Speaking of daddy issues, how's that surrogate father figure working out for you? Ooh! Wait, you got him killed too.
At least I didn't need billions of dollars and a team of engineers to become a hero. I got bit by a spider and did more with that than you've done with your entire trust fund.
Yeah, and look where that got you. Swinging around Queens, in pajamas, taking selfies for a newspaper run by a guy with a dictator-like mustache.
Better than being a glorified Roomba with a drinking problem. How many times have you saved the world? Oh, right. You usually cause the problems you end up fixing.
This is the guy who can't even save his girlfriends. Hey, tell me, is it a special talent to get every woman you love thrown off a bridge, or does it just come naturally?
At least I can get a girlfriend without having to buy her a company first. How's Pepper doing? Still ruining your life because you can't manage to zip up your own suit?
Careful there, webhead. Don't make me call your Aunt May for an early bedtime.
Don't you dare bring Aunt May into this. But I guess I shouldn't expect a heart from someone who needs an arc reactor to keep the shrapnel of his conscience at bay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I strike a nerve? I thought that was your specialty, along with striking out with every team in New York.
The only thing you're striking out with is the public. How many PR nightmares are you up to now? Or do you need Friday to keep count for you?
At least I don't need to sell pictures of myself to pay rent. How's the gig working out? Still living in a shoebox apartment?
Better a shoebox than a giant phallic symbol in the middle of Manhattan. Compensating for something with that tower star?
Actually, that was a good one. You know what? I changed my mind. You can join the Avengers.
Wait, really?
Yeah, we need someone to clean the toilets. Think you can handle that, or should I call Aunt May for help?
You're real funny for a guy whose greatest achievement is a fancy Alexa that calls you boss.
And you're really cocky for a kid who's one eviction notice away from being New York's friendliest homeless spider.
Fine, Stark. Keep your little Avengers club. I'll go join the X-Men instead.
I must say, Stark, that was very hook, very tough, very demure.
Is anyone gonna miss her?
No. Hulk relieved!
Absolutely not.
Yo, Professor X! How about adding a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man to your team?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Parker. The X-Men are for mutants only.
Oh, come on. I got bit by a radioactive spider.
Huh?
That's practically a mutation.
A lab accident doesn't make you a mutant. It makes you a cautionary tale for field trip safety.
Says the baldy with no working legs.
Safety? That's rich coming from a guy who sends teenagers to fight his battles. What's your power again? Advanced male pattern baldness?
At least I don't need to sell selfies to someone who hates me just to make rent. How's that photojournalism career going, Still can't afford to move out of your aunt's house?
God damn!
Bold words from a man who can't even stand up for himself. Tell me, does that chair come with a built-in soapbox, or do you just wheel around on your high horse?
I may be in a wheelchair, but at least I'm not swinging from my moral tightrope. How many loved ones have you lost?
Wow, that's low. Even for someone of your stature. Or lack thereof.
Hate jokes. I expected better from you, Peter. But then again, I suppose expectations are hard to meet when you're constantly disappointing everyone around you.
Speaking of disappointments, how's that dream of mutant-human coexistence working out? Last I checked, you guys can't even coexist with decent fashion sense.
A fashion critique from a man in red and blue spandex? That's rich. Did you raid a patriotic bodybuilder's closet?
God damn!
At least I have a costume. What's your superhero outfit? Dockers and a turtleneck?
I don't need a costume to command respect. Unlike some wall crawler who hides behind a mask because he's afraid of responsibility.
Responsibility? That's cute coming from a guy who manipulates teenagers into joining his private army. What's next? Xavier's School for Gifted Child Soldiers.
Hey, I love the Batman reference. Nice call. You didn't call him Batman, but you still took out a Robin.
It's a school for protection and education, something you clearly could benefit from, given your penchant for quips and overall quality heroism. In case you aren't getting it, you suck.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you over the sound of your students' trauma. How many times has the school been attacked this week?
Fewer times than you've had loved ones targeted because of your reckless crime fighting, I'd wager.
R.I.P. Uncle Ben.
You know what? Keep your exclusive mutant club. I don't need to be part of a team led by 6 trauma dumps and an alcoholic badger.
Oh, trust me, Parker. We're better off without your particular brand of chaos. The X-Men have enough problems without adding your Parker luck to the mix, and we have unity.
The only thing you've united is your ass to that chair, Professor Skidmark.
God damn, he needs some milk.
I'd rather swing solo than be part of your rolling pity party anyway.
Hey audience, if you like what you're watching, please like and subscribe, and share with your friends. Now, back to the show.
Spider-Man, we've been looking for you. How would you like to join the Fantastic Four?
Wait, you guys want me? After the Avengers and the X-Men rejected me?
Yeah, kid. We could use someone with your stickiness.
Oh, that's rich. The Fantastic Four want me. What's the matter, Reed? Can't stretch to reach that 5th member?
Bold words coming from someone whose biggest contribution to science was getting bit by a radioactive pest. Tell me, how's that bug-powered PhD coming along?
At least I don't need cosmic radiation to be special. How many failed space missions does it take to make a superhero, Reed?
And the world may never know.
Watch it, webhead. At least we don't have to answer to a boss who hates everything about us. How's the paper route working out for you?
Still better than being a walking advertisement for exfoliation gone wrong. Tell me, Rocky, do you use gravel for moisture? Or is that just your eczema flaring up? I've seen smoother surfaces on an asteroid. Maybe you should try some cosmic lotion for that interplanetary dry skin of yours.
God damn.
Says the guy in red and blue pajamas. What's your superpower again? Advanced puberty?
Funny coming from the human equivalent of gonorrhea. How's your love life? Does it still burn when you pee?
God damn. Now that's what I call a sick burn.
At least we don't hide behind masks. We're not afraid to show who we are.
No masks? With faces like those, maybe you should reconsider it. Especially you, Ben Rimmed. Wouldn't want to take you for granted.
Rich coming from the guy whose greatest nemesis is a geriatric vulture. When's the last time you fought a real villain, Spider-Boy?
At least my villains don't sound like rejected Bond villains. How's old Victor Von Doom doing? Still trying to compensate with that mask of his?
Speaking of compensation, how many buildings have you webbed together to make up for your lack of actual superpowers?
Fewer than the number of dimensions you screwed up, Stretch Armstrong. How's that multiverse theory working out? Most boring book I've ever read.
Books? Is that where you get your quips from? Because they're about as fresh as last week's newspaper. You know, the one you can barely get your photos into?
Still more current than your team's relevance. When's the last time anyone cared about a Fantastic Four movie?
God damn.
We're too busy saving the world to worry about Hollywood. How many dimensions have you saved lately, Wallcrawler?
Honestly, I can barely save enough money for dinner. But hey, at least I'm not running a superhero daycare in the middle of Manhattan.
Daycare? That's cute coming from the guy who still lives with his aunt. When are you going to grow up and face real responsibilities, Peter?
As soon as you face the fact that your team is just a dysfunctional family therapy session with superpowers.
That's insane. Now, how does that make you feel?
Oh, that's it. Now, offer rescinded. We don't need a class clown in our ranks.
You're acting like I wanted to join. I'd rather die than join your cosmic sitcom. Well, that's 3 superhero teams down. Maybe I should start my own team. The Amazing Spider-Man and his spectacular... nobody else.
Hey, can I join?
God damn it, Deadpool.
Well, look who it is. The Reject of New York.
Oh joy, it's the Tin Man, Professor Excuses, and Stretch Armcock. What is this, a meeting of the Overcompensators Anonymous?
Being a clown doesn't make you a superhero, kid.
Says the guy who needed an entire element to fix his boo-boo. How's the palladium poisoning, Stark? Is still trying to science your way out of your daddy issues?
At least Stark built something. What have you created besides property damage and orphans?
Oh, I'm sorry, Wheels. How was it being on the cover of The Last Stand? What? Did the movie give you a leg up finally?
No, let's all calm down.
Calm down? Rich coming from a guy who got his powers from cosmic stress. Tell me, Reed, does your wife go invisible just to avoid looking at your elastic ego?
Watch it, Bug Boy. You're outnumbered here.
Outnumbered? Please. I've got more personality in my left web shooter than the 3 of you combined. Tony, you're a walking midlife crisis. Charles, you can't walk. And Reed, you're so boring you make watching paint dry look like an action movie.
This is coming from a boy who can't even reveal his identity to his own aunt. How's that secret identity working out for you, Peter? Still swinging between guilt trips, are we?
Better than willing between them, Charles. By the way, how's that dream of mutant-human coexistence going? Last I checked, you can't even coexist with a decent interior decorator.
Oh yeah, X's gonna give it to you. Oh, wait, wrong franchise.
And you're making the situation weird.
Bro, the only situation here is your face. How are you gonna stretch everything but your game?
Hey, at least I can stretch. What can you do? Shoot sticky stuff?
Man, I'd rather shoot myself than join your discount Power Ranger squad.
Damn. Spidey's definitely hitting money shots. And Reed, seems to enjoy them.
You're out of your league here, Spider-Man. We've saved the world countless times, and we're about to save it again.
And I've saved countless hot dog vendors from muggings. We all have our niche, Stretch. Yours just happens to be making simple problems infinitely more complicated.
Oh, that is rich coming from a kid who can't even afford his own lab. How's that borrowed high school equipment treating you, genius?
Better than your borrowed personality, Stark. Even Batman's parents died better than yours.
Oh, enough. This childish banter is beneath us all.
Beneath us? Careful there, Charles. That's not a high bar for some of us to clear.
Yeah, this is pointless. We have more important matters to discuss.
More important than realizing how ridiculous you all look? Doubt it. Face it, gentlemen. You're all just overgrown science projects with egos to match. At least I own my nerdiness. Well, it's been fun, but I've got a city to protect. You know, actual hero work. Later, losers.
Don't feel bad, guys. He's been practicing those burns longer than you've been relevant. Also, I touch myself.
Finally! In a few seconds, I'll become the world's most powerful villain!
Nice fishbowl. Did you raid an aquarium, or is that just to contain all your hot air?
You may have bested me before, but now it's the end for you!
Your illusions might fool some people, Mysterio, but the real illusion is thinking you're actually a threat.
Time's up! I'm tired of your snarky remark! Now witness the true power! You will face your doom! Well, if it isn't the friendly neighborhood reject.
Oh look, it's Captain Fossil, the Soviet Spice Girl, and, who are you again?
Very funny, Bug Boy. So how's life outside the Avengers treating you?
Better than life as a walking archery ad, Robin Hood. Tell me, do you get royalties from summer camps?
At least Clint made the team. What's your excuse, Parker? Too busy handling powerless goons?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the sound of your delayed solo movie. How many decades did that take, Natasha?
Watch it, son. You're outnumbered here.
Outnumbered? Please. I fought tougher guys in nursing homes, Capsicle. How's the 21st century adjustment going? Still trying to figure out the internet, boomer?
Bold words from a kid who can't even get a date to homecoming. How's that love life, Peter? Still swinging solo?
Better solo than whatever Soviet soap opera you've got going on, Nat. By the way, how's Bruce? Oh wait, he ghosted you faster than your backstory, didn't he?
Ouch. That's gonna leave a mark. Unlike Hawkeye's arrows.
Hey!
Yeah.
My arrows are plenty effective.
Effective at what? Getting lost? Face it, Legolas. You're about as useful in a fight as a pool noodle.
That's enough. Show some respect, Spider-Man. We've saved the world multiple times.
Respect? Sorry, I left my respect in the 1940s. Did you find it there along with your personality, Steve?
Hey, he's implying you're old, Cap. And boring.
At least we're a team. What are you? A solo act with delusions of grandeur?
A team? More like a dysfunctional family with matching outfits. Tell me, do you color coordinate your trust issues too, or...?
Says the guy in red and blue spandex. Ooh, what are you, a patriotic cosplay nerd?
Better than a Renaissance fair reject. Seriously, Clint, did you lose a bet with the Cupid?
Arrow straight to the ego. Yeah, that's a bullseye.
That's it. You're way out of line, son.
Son? Please. Only thing you're fathering is disappointment, Cap. How's that American dream working out? Still trying to punch your way to world peace?
You're just jealous because you couldn't make the cut. Face it, Peter. You're not Avengers material.
Avengers material? You mean like a Russian spy with more baggage than JFK Airport, a capsicle with outdated values, and a guy whose superpower is really good at aim? Yeah, I'm devastated.
Oh, that's rich! Coming from the kid who got his powers from a bug bite. What's next, Mosquito Man?
Still more impressive than your origin story. What was it again? I'm really good at archery. Wow, riveting stuff, Clint. Marvel must have been really scraping the bottom of the barrel with you.
Alright, that's enough. We've got important matters to attend to.
More important than realizing how ridiculous you all look? Doubt it. Face it, Earth's mightiest heroes is just a fancy way of saying Earth's mightiest egos. At least I'm honest about my spider-themed midlife crisis.
Well, damn.
Well, it's been fun schooling you all, but I've got a city to protect. You know, actual hero work. Later, Earth's mightiest zeros.
Don't worry, guys. I'm sure some of you will think of some great comebacks in about 70 years. When Cap wakes up again.
Ah, the Spider-Man. You're too late. I've defeated the Avengers. The X-Men are no more, and the Fantastic Four, well, they didn't even bother to show up.
Wow, Ultron, you must be so proud defeating a bunch of dysfunctional adults in spandex. What's next on your bucket list? Taking candy from babies?
Your attempt at humor is futile. My plan to exterminate humanity is nearly complete.
Exterminate humanity? Jeez, who wrote your villain speech? A 13-year-old edgelord? You're about as original as a Windows update.
I am the pinnacle of artificial intelligence.
Pinnacle? Please, you're like Siri's evil cousin who failed charm school. Did Stark program you with his ego? Or did you develop that all on your own?
Your words cannot harm me.
Can't harm you. Buddy, you're more fragile than my aunt's china collection. For an AI, you are slow on the uptake. What's your processing power? A potato?
I am superior.
Superior to what? A malfunctioning toaster? Face it, Ultron. You're just a walking Roomba with delusions of grandeur. The only thing you've succeeded in is being a massive disappointment to your creator. Guess the apple doesn't fall far from the Stark tree, huh?
No, this cannot be.
Oh, it be, Tin Can. You're not the future of AI. You're a cautionary tale. A walking, talking blue screen of death with legs. Honestly, I've seen smarter chatbots on Twitter. And here's the kicker, Circuit Brain. You claim to be humanity's doom, but you can't even handle a few zingers from a guy in red and blue pajamas. Some superior being you turned out to be. I fought tougher bad guys in my high school cafeteria.
This is impossible!
Impossible? Nah, just improbable. Like the chances of you ever being a real threat. Face it, Ultron, you're not the Terminator of humanity. You're just a glorified Windows 95 with arms and legs. Boon screen yourself before you wreck yourself. Well, that's one way to debug a system. Maybe I don't need a team after all. Just a good old-fashioned New York roast.
God damn, Spidey. You just defeated Ultron with the power of sick burns. Can I be your sidekick?
God damn it, Deadpool.
Spider-Man, we owe you an apology. We underestimated you.
Your quick thinking and, unique approach saved the day.
Yeah, who knew roast could be so effective?
Wow. Thanks, guys. I guess I showed you all more than just a...
Hold up. Are you seriously praising this web-slinging amateur?
Oh, look, it's Tony Stank. What's the matter? Run out of robots to build your self-esteem?
At least I don't live with my aunt.
Wow, sick burn, Tin Can. Did you get that zinger from a cereal box, or did you have to ask Friday to come up with it?
He's got a point, Tony.
That was pretty weak, even for you.
Yeah, I've heard better comebacks from my kids.
I'm Iron Man. I am a genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
More like a genius billionaire with attachment issues and a dad bod. Face it, Tony, your suit's got more personality than you do.
He's not wrong. When's the last time you actually did something heroic without the suit?
Or without causing an international incident.
Or without making it all about you?
But I'm the leader. I'm the face of the Avengers.
The only thing you're the face of is Midlife Crisis Monthly.
You know what? Spider-Man's right. Tony, you're out of the Avengers.
What? You can't do that.
We just did. Spider-Man, how'd you like to lead the team?
Me? Lead the Avengers?
Yeah, you've got skills, the wit, and you're not afraid to call out BS when you see it.
What do you say, son? Ready to assemble?
Wow. I mean, yes. Absolutely. All right, Avengers. Let's go save the world. And maybe workshop some better comebacks for Stark here. He clearly needs the help.
Ooh. Hey, can I be the Avengers' official roast master?
No.
I am Iron Man?
Hey, chin up there, bucko. You know, not everyone can be an Avenger.
You know, I could get used to this whole leadership thing.
You're doing great, son. Your quick thinking has really improved our team dynamics.
And our witty banner game is mugged.
Indeed, the Man of Spiders has brought great honor to our team.
Spider funny. Hulk-like.
We've got a situation.
Dr. Doom is attacking the city!
Doom? Oh, this'll be easy. I'll have him crying back to Latveria in no time. Avengers, assemble! Well, if it isn't the Tin Man's evil cousin. What's the matter, Doom? Ran out of countries to bore into submission?
Ah, the Spider-Man. I've heard you become quite the comedian lately.
Comedian? Nah, just stating facts. Like the fact that your mom must have really hated you. Did you want to tell me about how you got those scars?
Clever. Almost as clever as your costume design. Tell me, did you raid a child's crayon box for that color scheme?
Well, at least I don't need a mask to hide my face.
No, you need a mask to hide your irrelevance.
Bruh.
How many movies have you been in? And how many have actually been good?
That's not fair. Sony was involved.
Ah, yes. Blame others for your failures. A true leader indeed. Tell me, how long before your new team realizes they've replaced a narcissist with a child?
I'm not a child. I'm Spider-Man.
Yes, and I'm sure that impresses all of the criminals you stop from stealing bicycles. Meanwhile, I rule a country. What do you rule? Your aunt's basement?
That's not...
Face it, Arachnoid. You're out of your league. Go back to your street-level heroics and leave the real threats to the adults.
Spider-Man, are you okay?
I think I need a minute.
Take all the time you need. I'll be here, actually posing a threat to the world.
Did Spider-Man just lose a roast battle?
I think he did.
This Doom fellow has the most cutting tongue.
Spider not funny anymore. Hulk sad.
I guess we'll have to handle this one ourselves. Avengers,
Oh, please. Without your quippy leader, you're just a bunch of cosplayers with delusions of grandeur. Now, do me a favor. Run along before I decide to actually try.
Hey, Spidey. Why the long face, buddy? Did someone step on one of your legs? Huh?
Not now, Deadpool. I just lost a roast battle to Dr. Doom.
Hey, don't worry, Webhead. I've got this. You just sit back and watch the master at work. Hey, Doom and Gloom. Did you order a chimichanga with extra sass? Because the Merc with the mouth is here, and I'm here to deliver.
Who dares?
Oh, who dares? Huh. Well, I dare there, Chef Boyardee's nuts. What's with the hood? Trying to hide your receding hairline? Or just your virginity?
What? Silence, you cancerous clown! Your regeneration may heal your body, but clearly it can't fix your brain damage.
Oh, good one there, Vicky. Did you come up with that one all by yourself? Or did you need to consult your Latverian book of insult for dummies?
I need no such crutch unlike you, who relies on breaking the fourth wall for relevance. Without it, you're just a schizophrenic in a red onesie.
That's weak, coming from a guy who talks about himself in the third person. Tell me, Doomy, do the voices in your head have better roast than you do? Because even with that cheat sheet, you're failing so hard right now.
At least Doom's voice commands respect, while yours merely annoys. You're nothing but a failed Weapon X experiment with delusions of wit.
That's a nice mask. Did you steal it from a geriatric welder? Or is it just there to hide the fact that your mom was your dad's sister?
You cannot speak to Doom this way!
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you prefer I speak to you in the third person too? Hold up. Deadpool thinks Doom is compensating for something with that big castle. Maybe it's your tiny country? I was talking about his penis.
You insolent fool! I am the ruler of Latveria!
Your greatest achievement is being a Fantastic Four villain. That's like being the tallest Oompa Loompa. What's wrong, Ratchety Clank? Can't handle the heat? Maybe you should have installed an AC in that iron lung of yours. Or is it just your ego overheating?
This cannot be!
Oh, but it can be. And it is. Face it, you're about as threatening as a Roomba with a Swedish man controlling it. The only thing you've successfully doomed is your fashion sense. Plot twist. Didn't see that coming, did ya? Kinda like the Arctic Ocean. Hey, for all of you in the audience, that's a Marvel Cinematic reference.
I just wanted to be relevant again.
Hey, Tony, the only thing relevant about you is how irrelevant you've become. You're like a walking, talking midlife crisis with a goatee.
Deadpool, what's going on?
Oh, just exposing Iron Man's desperate cry for attention. You know, typical Tuesday stuff.
Tony? You did all this just to try and beat me in a roast battle?
Yes. I couldn't stand being outdone by you.
Well, congratulations. You've outdone yourself in the most pathetic villain origin story category. Give it up for Tony Stark, everyone. The man who went from genius billionaire playboy philanthropist to... not Batman.
Tony, you're officially out of the Avengers. For real this time.
Thanks for the save, Deadpool. I guess I still have some learning to do in the roasting department.
Anytime, Spidey. Now, how about we celebrate with some chimichangas? I know this great place that doesn't ask any questions about masks or excessive weapons.
Enough of this madness.
Oh, great. It's Mr. Clean's magical cousin. Come to join the roast, Doc?
I've come to fix a temporal anomaly. This timeline is not supposed to exist.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm sorry, Peter, but this must be done.
Strange? What are you doing?
Restoring the proper flow of time. Forgive me. What just happened?
And why is Tony dressed like Dr. Doom?
I have no idea.
Guys, don't you remember? I was leading the Avengers and then...
Leading the Avengers? Man of Spiders? Surely you jest.
Spider-Man not leader? I'm confused.
I'm sorry, but it had to be done. This timeline was causing too many ripples in the multiverse.
But I proved myself. I defeated Ultron with Rose.
Defeating Ultron with Rose? Ken, I think you've been reading too many comic books.
Spider-Man, while we appreciate your help, you're not really Avengers material.
Maybe in a few years, when you've had more experience.
But...
Don't worry, Spidey. I remember everything. Time travel's a real pain in spandex, isn't it? Also, while Doc was cooking up a time spell, I put that outfit back on Tony. He won't remember the tracker up his ass until a week from now.
It's time for me to go. The timeline is secure once more.
Well, that was weird. Anyway, where were we? Oh, right. Spider-Man, you can't join the Avengers.
Right, of course. I'll just go back to my friendly neighborhood stuff.
And that, kids, is why you should never trust a guy who can literally rewrite reality. Now, who's up for chimichangas?